Alice's video camera. No memory card inside. Part 1. What was Alice working on?
When I was younger, photography was everything to me. I moved to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist. And then I met Alan. We had a good thing. We were both dedicated by our creative ambitions. The only difference was that Alan's work made money. He brought me work when he could. I took his promo shots, created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into it. I was taking photos, just not my photos. And that gnawed at me. Things got complicated sometimes, but that's life, right? We loved each other. Then Alan hit a block. I brought out a meaner side of him. One I didn't like. I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington. I didn't tell him until we got there. We argued. Things went wrong. And he was just gone. Drowned, allegedly. It's easy for people to think it was my fault. Hell, I do, too, sometimes. About 6 years ago, I started hearing noises in the night. Typewriter keys clacking. Voices. Alan was back. Haunting me. Then it got violent. It was Alan. And yet, it was a monster. He always did have anger in him. I set up cameras around the apartment with motion sensors and flashes. Now, when the monster comes, I turn it into art. My nightmares caught on film. And this is the focus of my new exhibition. To show people the world is so much darker than they ever knew. I'm calling this exhibit The Dark Place.
Alice. Scratch was terrorizing her. Why?
I think that's all I can do for now in here. Pretty sure.
I sat in the writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself through the dark place, to look for a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looped me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing.
Damn. Always so fucking just fascinating seeing that. I think it's the same song. Yeah, unfortunately. Yay! Back to Saga.
Okay, let's recap what you've told us so far, Alan. For the past 13 years, you've been trapped in a nightmare dimension called the Dark Place.
Yeah.
It's like New York, but it's not New York. And can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake, but it's not really under the lake. And after all this time, you've managed to get out.
Yeah.
But so has your evil doppelganger. Mr. Scratch? Or is it the Dark Presence?
Both. It's interchangeable.
Yeah, I forgot. I need to turn shit down when I'm playing as her. That's fine.
He's Scratch when he looks like me, but he can change into this other form.
And Scratch, the Dark Presence, wants to rewrite the world in his
It looks a little.
own image.
Which would be in your image.
Go to medium.
As he looks just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deerfest, which is scheduled to take place in a couple of days. You got out of the Dark Place by writing a novel, the pages we've been finding. But your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people,
Yeah.
making them crazy, bringing the Dark Place to Bright Falls.
Guess. Fiction coming in.
Hold on a sec. I want to test something out. Try some of this on high, but leave the shadows where they are. Maybe leave that as well.
Contact with the dark place can change reality. The story.
No. All right, that's fine. We'll just when we play as Saga, we'll just leave all of this shit to medium. It's all good. When playing as Alan Wake, when we're in his world, seems like I can play on higher graphic settings while streaming. I guess for a time, and then it kind of goes all haywire. But then when we play as Saga in her world, in the real world, I guess, seems like the graphics take a bigger toll. I mean, I guess it makes sense because there is a lot more to render in her world than there is in Alan's. So, it makes sense. I mean, again, we're just gonna have to do all this stuff for streaming purposes. Nothing I can do about it. The game runs perfectly fine with everything maxed out when I'm not streaming, but it is what it is.
Coming true.
It's a great game.
Everything like darkness when night falls. But last time
This will be back in 2010.
yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded. And that dark presence was still bound to the lake. I stopped it before it got the ending it wanted. Before it broke free. Based on that, there's still time.
Which brings us to your magical light switch.
The clicker. Magical doesn't quite cover it. Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen. If I can get the clicker, I can send him back to the dark place, make all this shit go away. Look, I know it's batshit crazy. My memory is full of holes, and I'm not sure how much I can trust. It's like a half-forgotten dream.
Mr. Wake. Alan. We've seen our share of batshit crazy in the past 24 hours. What I want to know is, why am I? Why are we written into the story?
I think I saw you. Or a vision of you in the dark place. I think you helped me reach out and escape somehow. With that in the story, Scratch would have edited it to get to you. To hurt you. We are all in danger.
Yep. Very true.
It's insane. And there's so much of it. Have you ever heard of the Cult of the Tree?
Creepy bunch. In the habit of wearing deer masks, performing murder rituals, victims turning into monsters possessed by darkness. Possibly inspired by a horror story written by a certain author. Ring any bells?
The cult. Yes. Yes. They have the clicker.
If the cult has the clicker, does that make them Scratch's followers? How are you so certain they even have the clicker?
They could be working for Scratch. I don't remember. It's all confused.
Alan, if I'm gonna act on this information, you need to be honest with me.
Yeah, of course.
Is he confused? Or is he hiding something?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, actually, hold on.
Wake said the cult has the clicker. How does he know?
The writer is the reader. The next chapter, the next chapter, the next chapter. Keep the pages safe, the dark shining of the words.
Wake is hiding pages. That's how he knows the cult has the clicker. Wake has a double. Mr. Scratch. Where is he now?
A cloud of wrath wears my face. The dark place in your place. Scratching out my body of work.
Scratch is here. In Washington. He's hunting Wake. Scratch looks just like Wake. Why?
Don't wake up the dreamer if your life is a dream. I swam to the shore, but the water is rising.
Wake and Scratch are clearly connected. Maybe Scratch got out because Wake did. Or vice versa. Wake just gave us a lot of information. But this clicker seems like a good place to start. If we find that, then we find the cult. The pages we've been finding are from a horror story called Return, written by Alan Wake. And the contents of this book are coming true. Why couldn't it have been a romance?
Fiction coming into contact with the dark place has the power to change reality. Is our reality bit by bit? The process is gradual. Let's get the clicker before Scratch. With it, the story can be changed and Scratch will be sent back to the dark place. We don't stop it. Scratch will use the story to permanently change the reality at the start of the Deer Fest. Wick says that the dark place can be accessed from the bottom of Cauldron Lake. There's an entity inside the dark place called the Dark Presence. Form of Scratch, the Dark Presence is editing Wake's story. Wants to return the world into a fucking nightmare. Wants to turn the world into a fucking nightmare. Scratch and the Dark Presence are interchangeable. Flashlight seems to weaken the Taken. Inside a bright light, Saga felt safe, like nothing could hurt her here. Wake was trapped in the dark place for 13 years. Some other strange reality. The dark place merged with ours. This place and the dark place. The page called this area an overlap.
The Dark Place. A dimension that's home to monsters. Huh. Wild stuff.
Entered the Cauldron Lake overlap by reciting the poem.
Okay, Mr. Wake. I know you have more pages of the manuscript on you.
You don't understand how vital these pages are. They're the only way I can know what's coming.
You're not the only one trying to solve this. This is our job.
Okay. Here. Now, this is all I have. Be careful with them. Inside the trailer, at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the Cult of the Tree. A cultist stared at her. She drew her weapon.
The Cult of the Tree has the clicker Wake told me about. They're a part of all this. It's all on the page. The clicker, the cult. Okay, I'll head to Watery and find this trailer. Casey, you stay here and keep an eye on Mr. Wake.
Got it.
No, you need me there.
No dice, pal. This is an FBI investigation, and I don't see a badge on that flannel.
Reality. Yes, love that. Well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to end the stream here. This was a honestly very quiet and calming stream. I wasn't really talking a whole lot. To be honest, I was just immersed. I was just enjoying it. But we've been streaming for 2 hours and 25 minutes, almost 2.5 hours. But I think this is a pretty good spot to stop. Well, I hope you all enjoyed. It's really nice coming back and playing this game again. Love this game. Anyway, if you all want to support me and support my channel, and you like what you see, just right here on my Twitch, hit me a follow and turn on notifications so you don't miss any other live streams. If you would like to check out my Twitter and Discord, there are links to both of those in the description below on my Twitch channel. And also, if you would like to check out my YouTube, or if you're currently watching this on my YouTube right now, as per upload, of course, then it would be very much appreciated if you would subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future uploads. So on my YouTube you will find a large variety of games that I've played throughout the years, and they all have their very own playlist. So if there's a playthrough that I've played from beginning to end that you would like to watch in order, playlist will be the best bet for you. Now, in order to get to my Twitch, you can find the link down in the description below on my Twitch channel. That's for people that are not currently watching this as a video. Of course, if you're watching this as a video on my YouTube, again, if you'd like to support me and support the channel, and you would like to join my community, then by all means, hit the subscribe button. And also, one last time, for my Twitch, if you would like to hit the follow button, that'd be great. And if you want to know how to get to my Twitch, because, you know, if you're not watching on my Twitch, you want to know how to get to it, you can find a link down in the description below for this video and many of my other videos prior to this one. And yeah, also, I mean, I can tell you all the link verbally, so I'll do that too. Twitch.tv/TPM the Potato Man. Alright, that's it. Well, again, I hope you all enjoyed. This has been Alan Wake 2, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy. Have a great night, everybody. Peace out.